me record this. Welcome to the session, guys. In this session, we are going to see how to enable a database startup automatically as part of your virtual machine reboot. That is one thing. And also, I'll show you how to enable the history on your SQL prompt. We used to get the history in the OS level normally. Suppose if I click on history on OS level, these are all my previous commands which I used. Okay, in OS level. Suppose if you want to enable the history on the SQL prompt level, how we are going to enable. Also, when I started this server, I have initiated the startup command manually here. When I started my this server, I have initiated the startup manually. So then only I can able to start the database. For that, we need to enable the et cat etc vara. Let me clear it. Vara tab. Cat etc vara tab. In this vara tab, we are having the entry test sid and Oracle home path. This should be, we need to enable it an S. Even though you make it yes, it won't come out automatically. We need to do certain kind of steps. We need to execute some scripts. Those I'll tell you what needs to be enabled. And also for showing the history, SQL prompt history, I'll show you in this screen. In this, for this instance, I have enabled it. Both the things, SQL level history, I have enabled it, and also in server reboot, I haven't started this DB yet, but this DB should be up and running because I have enabled this on the Vara tab level and also have applied some of the prerequisites. See if I could able to see this one as this DBA, my database is up and running. And also how many PDBs we are having, those PDBs also automatically it will restart it. I did not done anything. I just restarted just now and I came to this one. Also, if I want to see the history in the SQL prompt. See in this SQL prompt, I use two commands: show PDBs, show con underscore name. If I click on this one, up, where is this? Where my up arrow? Okay, for that I need to log in as this one, SQL. Okay, show PDBs, show con underscore name. See here also I used alias name, only SQL I used, not the SQL plus SSDBA. I haven't used this complete command, username and password, but I used only SQL. It allowed me to connect it. Now I can see up arrow, I pressed it, car name I used, show PDBs. Yesterday's or previous days commands also, grant insert I used, grant select I used. All these are my history. See, all these are the history of the commands. So how it is possible on our sessions. Okay, one by one we can go ahead and then we can implement in this instance. Okay, here we can compare cat etc vara tab. See here in our vara tab, in this server 128 server, it's 127 server. I'll make it as a color is red. This is different one. Okay, here I have enabled it and this is the different one. First thing is we need to we are going to see it. First action is automatically reboot our server. That we need to check. Automatically database should be up and running. For that we need to switch to root user and then edit etc for a tab. So I'm going to modify this. Instead of no, I press I button to insert this and delete the N, press Y. It is fine. And then we need to do certain kind of modifications. What are all those things? I'll show you that one by one. need to go to init.d location. It's a directory, guys. It's not a file. So that's where I'm going to here. See here, we are having all this network and other things. We don't have the file which we are going to create. Okay, we need to create that file. vi. If you want to create a file, we can create with vi command editor. We can edit, or also we can create dbvara. The file is not there here. I'm going. This is not a folder. It is going to a file. Vi space dbvara file, and press I button to insert. Also, we need to mention our Oracle home. What is our Oracle home? We need to take a duplicate session of this and check our Oracle home. Oracle home. It is our Oracle home. Okay, that is fine. And then owner, that is fine. Owner, which owner we are using? Oracle, right? OS user. Which Oracle, which user we are trying to connect and to this database server, that we need to mention it. That is one thing. Apart from that, we don't need to modify anything. Everything it will take it up. I'll show you that. So Oracle standard scripts they have given. We need to, this is a standard script, guys. Whatever I'm going to create dbvara, this dbvara file is, they already make it in as part of the database software, and they asked us to modify your Oracle home path. See here, the script itself, I'm not going to write this script. There is already predefined Oracle script. Through the Google, we can download it, or else I'll share the script with you in our chat, internal chat, and then you can just modify the Oracle home path. What is our Oracle home path? This we need to modify. And also which user we are trying to connect. We are trying to use this Oracle user, right? So font size, let me increase. Okay, we connected to this server as Oracle user. So that only we need to mention. Remaining things, everything it will be automatically fetched. Host name, this also automatically read it from the server. Platform, uname it will take which Linux platform, IBM platform, or Solaris, which operating platform means operating system. And Oracle home, export Oracle home path. This is going to set the export Oracle home path. But if this want to set the path, we need to mention our path. Here we have mentioned our Oracle data. So only these two inputs, and then save this file. Escape, shift, WQ. Save and quit. W means save, Q means quit. That's it. So this file we have created. If you want, you can check here. See, this file is there. If you want to read what is the information inside of that file, cat file name. See, cat file name, all this information came. So this file is having root user, right? Root user and root group. This is username, OS username, and this is group name. So I'll tell you, I'll take one session. What is this username? What is this group? And what is this permissions? RW is there, R is there, R is there, and hash is there, dash is there. What is mean by this? I'll take one session to explain you this thing as well. It is not part of our course, but still I'll explain these things. Okay, file we have created. Why this file is required means the server itself, you are going to reboot your server. What is your point? The database should be automatically start. Your listener should be automatically start. See here, this will read this db shutdown commands. Oracle home bin location, we are having all these scripts. If you want to see it, I'll show you. CD. We are using shutdown startup commands, right? Those commands also read this only. Here we are having LSNR, this utility we are using to check the status of our listener and all, right? Here it is. Everything under your Oracle home bin location only, all these utilities will be there. And DBCA, database configuration assistance, EMCA for this one, OEM related, enterprise manager related. RMAN for backup, as I said, right? RMAN is a free utility for backups and recovery purpose. This tool also automatically install as part of your database configuration. And TNS related things. So many things, ADR, CI, these are all the utilities. If you are enable the data guard, you can use DGMGRL, data guard manager, broker. This command we can able to connect export and import commands, data pump things. So export, normal export and import commands. This is data pump, import and export. As part of backups, we can go ahead and do it. SQL loader, TK proof, all the commands will be there. These are all the utilities. These utilities will take it up. What we are going to check here, startup or shutdown commands, right? If you want to see it in this way, you can see it. Otherwise, we can individually, we can query it. Those we can able to see it. What is the name of the script? db start, db shut. Okay. Here, if you can see, we used to get from in the D level, or else here it is db shut and db start. This one. Otherwise, you can use lsf and ld, db, yes, then press start. That's it. So lsf and ld, it search for specific file names, specific things. So only db shut and db start. By using these commands only, our database is, if you want to use this command to start, this one is for shut it down. Those only we mentioned this here. Switch to vara_w_owner. What will happen is, whatever we have given vara_owner, it is Oracle user. It will switch to Oracle user and go to Oracle home bin location. First start the listener and then start the database. So while you are shutting down, somebody will ask you what is the approach to shut down your database. First, you are going to stop your listener, or first shut down your database, or which one you are going to start. By using this script, you can confidently say that we are going to stop the listener first, shut down the DB. First, your reverse order. First, start the listener, whichever you stopped first, first start the listener, then start the DB. Okay, guys, we are ready with the script. And then we need to make changes. We need to change the group name and the permissions, right? Our script is having root user. This should be a Oracle user level. The script is related to the Oracle user. Why? Because we connected to Oracle user where we have installed our database. Change owner -r Oracle username. O install is our group. If you want to mention directly, you can mention that, and db vara. See, I'm going to change the username is Oracle instead of root. Group name is O install instead of root for this db vara file. Done, right? Also permissions. Give the 755 permission. 7 means read, write, execute privilege. Okay. 5 means read, write. There is no execute. Here it will come RW. Here it will come RWX. Here it will come RW. This execution permission will not come for. This is for this group. This is for others. I'll tell you later. No problem. chmod. chmod means OW. Change owner. chmod means change mode. What mode? The privileges. Change mode. -r means recursively. 755 permission to this file. Now we can see it. See, earlier we are having RW-. 7 I have given. It came to RWX. Okay, there is no write permission. 5 means. So read, no write permission, execution permission. Read, there is no write permission, execution permission. Okay, that's fine. And then we need to create some soft links. Okay, soft link, how we are going to create? We are going to create using ln-s command. We have this file in this location, etc init.location. ln-s is the command to create your soft link. Soft link means reference, OS level reference. This will refer, this db vara file is referred to this one, OS level. And similar way, if you want to see those files, we can see it. Those files also. Let me show you those files. What happened? /mist here. This is not there. We need to create with the reference of this file. If you want to see this one, I have created as a reference. So instead, this file is renamed. Another name is alias name is this one. To understanding the operating system. This is having root to user root group. But this file is belonging to ours, Oracle user. This file is maintained by this is soft link only. It is not original file. It is a soft link. Alias name of this one. That's it. Similar way, we need to create another two soft links for this init.db vara file which we have created. Okay, then we need to check the configuration of our db. We need to add it. Check config -add and db vara means it will add it to the configuration. If you want to check the list of the configurations inside of our things, see it is there. db vara file is added to the system level. Systemctl list utility files. It is enabled. It means OS level, operating system level, it should read this file. For that privilege, we are going to create three soft links, these three soft links, and we are going to add this file to configuration of the system. That's it, guys. And that concludes our database startup automatically. In case you are having PDBs, I think it is not a PDB multi-tenant architecture. It is a non-multi-tenant. Show PDBs. See, it is not a multi-tenant. It is a non-multi-tenant architecture. Still, we are using 19C database, non-multi-tenant architecture. So our part is done. Now, if you want to start the PDBs automatically, we need to create one trigger on the database level. What is the trigger name is? It is not required. Why? Because we don't have a PDBs and all. This is the trigger. Create or replace trigger sys dot after underscore startup. After startup on the database begin. This command automatically executed. Execute immediately. Okay, once the server is started your CDB, okay, immediately this script will be executed. What this script will do, what are all the pluggable databases are there, one if you're having one pluggable database or 100 pluggable database, all will started up using this trigger. In our case, it is not required because we are not using pluggable databases. Okay, I'm not going to create this trigger. That's it, guys. Nothing much. Now we can test it. It's a testing time, right? We whether we have a db vara stop and start scripts is there or not. Also, we can see it. If you want, as of now, our database is select name, comma, open underscore mode from v$database. Our database is read write mode, right? Let me check the service. I'm going to what I'm trying to see it. What is the status of the db vara and the stop service? Connection refused. Till now, we haven't used this one. Even in this server, we haven't start our listener also. Okay, we just gone through this and then we are initiating or check the services of that. See here, our database is going to shut it down. This is manually we are going to initiate the script. This is manual thing. If you want to start the services, this scripts will done by itself. How it will be executed? We have added this in the configuration level. The configuration level, what is going to execute it? The services. Sysv is the service name. That services will able to start it from here in this way. Let me check the status. See, we are having three options. OS level, if the file is want to start up, you can use the startup one. If it is want to shut down, it will shut down. If you want to restart, it will restart it. Now we have initiated the shutdown one, right? Now my database is not up and running now. Database is shut it down. It's ideal instance. If you want to start it, start. Now it will start the listener. See here, it is going to start the listener and then it will start the database. Once that is done, no, we can see we can exit and then reconnect it. Database status, check it. Up and running. Clear? This manually we are executing, right? I'll do one thing. I'll shut down my server. Init 6 is rebooting your this machine, right? I'm going to reboot. As of now, it is up and running, right? If you want, we can shut down first. Okay. Let me initiate it. The shut immediate. I'm going to shut it down for our reference. Then we can see how it is going to start up. If it is taking time, why? Because we are using OS level shutdown and startup. Then most of the companies are not preferable server after rebooting your server need to start the database. Why? Because there could be some conflicts. If there's some customizations will be there, that will not work out. So we have to have manually start our databases in real time scenario. Shut up what I'm going to use. It will be quicker, right? I said it is very dangerous command. Don't use this. Okay. In our practical and demo purpose, I'm using this. Okay. Our database is shut it down. Now it is not, services are not running. Obviously it won't. Okay. Now I'm going to initiate my server reboot. OS level init 6 minutes restart our server. So it is disconnected. This is also disconnected. And we'll see once it is startup. Okay, guys, let me restart is completed and press R here. If it is not taking, take it here. Then done. Here also you can press. Yeah. My database. Check the status of the database. SMON. See, our database is up and instance started. SQL plus as DBA. Select the name, comma, open underscore mode. $database. Database is up and running. Clear? So we have restarted our server. Services came up. That concludes how we are going to enable automatic restart of our database. Even when you are going to do some kind of server patchings, OS level server reboot is required, they will ask us to shut down our databases. Then they are going for the patching and all. In this case, if they are going to initiate their server reboot, automatically our database services also shut it down without manual interruptions. Okay, we don't need to connect and shut down our DB and then they are going for OS level activities. If they are going to reboot it, our services first shut it down, then their OS level services also going to shut it down because of the service which we have enabled on this one. But it is not recommended. It is depends on the environment to environment. Strictly as per the business process, as per the client process, we used to follow this. For our demo purpose, I'm going to show this. Okay, I have shown this, not that I'm going to, I already done it. Okay, cool. Next one is what we are going to do is we are going to enable the history. How we are going to see the history of the SQL plus level. Okay, we are having two types. As I said, we are having two types. One is without enabling the history, set history option also there. Otherwise, we have some RPM is required. That RPM we need to download, or if you have internet is enabled on your server, you can able to get it from directly using the M utility. Or else we need to download that RPM from the Google or outside, then copy to your server. We need to install it. Let me show you that. Do that. For this activity, we need to enable the one RPM, that is RLWRP RPM. That is fine. If you want to see the history, let me see the history, and then it is very easy to you guys also. Only few commands, these things are required. I try to install this. I try to use this command to install it. It hasn't worked. Then I try to use this. That is also not worked. And then I tried this. That I think it might work. We'll see it. Okay. We need this RPM to support your SQL plus level history. If you want to see it, simply how it will be work is, I'll show you. Here it is. SQL. If I want to click on up arrow, see here, I'm able to see it, all these histories, right? For if that needs to be worked, we need to use this RPM. We need to install this RPM first. Let me check whether I could able to install this RPM here or not. If you want to install any kind of RPMs in your server, we need to connect to OS. Root user. Hash means root user, admin user. Generally, as a DBA, we will not maintain this account. Okay, this is maintained by the Unix team. So I'm trying to install this. M install, M space install RLWRP. package is not there, not available. So what we need to do is we can take it, that kind of packages, by using rpm-u. This URL is there. I'll give you this URL to you guys, so you can download. It will download the RPM directly from the server, from this location, and it is related to the OEL related, Enterprise Linux related thing. So if I click on it, it is going to retrieve and it is going to install this release. Complete RPM has been downloaded. Now we can see this m install and we'll see it is started, right? Initially, I don't have this RPM in my system. I used this command to download the RPM. Even through M also we can use this. It is downloaded the package, complete package, and I'm trying to install this m install R and W thing. It is going to install now. Whatever the package is download, what all the information should be there here. That is reading from there, and it is going to install it. It is somewhere. Some of the updates is going to fail it. Let it be. Whatever our main motto is, we need to install this RLW RP. That's it. Other RPMs will come or not, that is secondary. Leave it, all those things. That is one type. Okay. Let this RPM install. It is almost 7 MB is there. Yeah. Hopefully it will install without any errors. If you are getting any error, we need to download it properly again from the Google manually. See here it is. Here it is. This is other supported and dependencies. These are all the Python related dependencies for this package or RPM. Okay, this is 132 KB only. So it is asking us whether we need to install or not. I can say if I can give yes, it will go ahead and install it. So this is required for us, guys. So that is going to install. These are all the dependencies. First it is going to install, and then this install RPM has been installed. This RPM, guys, this is the RPM. Okay, main thing which we are looking for. Again it is asking some dependencies. This is has the main this RPM of GP G key, some other thing it is required. So this is one thing. Once we have installed this, we need to create one alias for our SQL prompt. I'm using SQL, right? So similar way, we need to create some alias. So here it is, our RPM is required, that is trying to install it. And here what is happening, verifying all the RPMs related. These are all the dependencies. This is one thing, it is going to installing and verifying this RPM, whether it is installed or not. It is saying installed completely. It is successful now. So required RPM we have installed. If we want, I'll make this complete commands in a sheet and I'll share with you guys. Okay, this is step 1. Let me paste it word. How to enable SQL history on Oracle database. Okay, if you want, we can take a snap of this as well. Wait, where it is? I'll take a snap of this also, print the screen of this. This one. Three print screens I have that. So successfully completed. Then we need to do we need to update the alias in our bash profile. Only that is required, guys. To enable the history, only this RPM is required. And remaining thing, I'm going to update our bash profile. We are having this bash profile to set your Oracle home and TNS entries and path, everything, SID names and all. Okay, here I'm going to execute or update it. If you want to do anything, modifications on existing file, first, for better practice, take the backup of this file org, or else you can make bkp. Today's date you can mention 25 October. This called it as a backup of this file. I'm going to modify something in my bash profile. For that, I'm going to take a backup. Now I'm going to update it here. If anything goes wrong, I have this history. I'll revert it back to this profile, this backup file. This is the best practice for doing any modifications or updates in your existing files. Okay. Then here I'm going to execute and I'm going to insert the alias names for our RLWRP related RMW or RT related things. See here, if I want to mention SQL plus / as sysdba, instead of this SQL plus as sysdba, I am going to make it as SQL. That's it. SQL. In even an RMAN also, I can use short name. RL RMAN also we can use. In RMAN also we can get the history, guys. Normally, if you can try to take a duplicate session here, if I'm connecting to RMAN, I'll show you the history. Where? Increase. One more. Increase of RMAN target. So I'm connected to this RMAN to take the backups and all. If I can click on up arrow, I'm getting these special characters. Okay. For this also, if you want to see the history on RMAN prompt, here it will, that same RPM will help you on it. So for this, if you, how that will work is by using this alias name. If you connected, that will not work. If you are using directly SQL plus as sysdba, that history will not work. We have to use the alias name for that. That reference is this one, RLWRP reference. I'll give the name as my RMAN. My RMAN. Okay, that is the one. If I connected using my RMAN / target equal to / or target /, then I'll get the history. Now I am not getting, we'll see it. Or else we can use that. Okay, I'm going to update only this alias. That's it. Once we're done with this, we have to compile this. How we are going to compile? With the dot value. Done, guys. Now, if I can click on read this bash profile first. So I have read it. Okay, I have this one, my RMAN. If I give this, it is connected to the RMAN. Show all. Okay, connection refused. Why? Because we haven't connected to the target. We just given the my RMAN one, my RMAN target /. Now we can see it is connected to the target. Here it is not connected. It is just connected to the RMAN prompt. See, if I can see it, what are all the commands I used? I used exit command. I used show all commands. That's it. If I can use cross-check backup, database backup, and other commands, I used to get that history as well. Same way, if I want to connect it to my SQL plus, see if I can use only SQL, that's it. It is connected to my SQL prompt. Whatever you are going to write, name open _ mode from v $database. Select start from v $control files. Control file. Select. Okay, if I want to use, now we have enabled, right, up arrow to use this flexibility. v $log file. See, now I can able to view my history with up arrow and down arrows. That is the flexibility which we are having using this command or RPM, RLW, where it is, this one, RLWRAP. These two are the commands, and as I said, we have one more option, right? If you want to use that option to enable the history, we have one more. I'm not using SQL. I'm using SQL plus as a sysdba. Here it won't open it. Okay, I have to have connect with that alias name SQL. Then only that will enable. Why? Because in bash profile I have mentioned in that way only. Okay, here how I can able to view my history. As I said, we have two options. Here we need to set the history on. We need to set the history on. Without that RPM, we can use this set history space on. Then we can try to use these commands. Select control file. Select a name from $, database. Select $log file. So now if I can click on up arrow, it won't work. If you can press history, see, if you can click on history, generally we are seeing this history in our OS level. But here also, if you set history on, we can able to see this one. If you want to execute the command history in the line 1, right, you can press 1 and you can see this one. Press 1 means last one only, it will show it. If you can mention one history or the type history, something like that, then only we can able to. One history, no, right? One space history. What I need to do is here. See, okay. History 3 invalid. Type and history. TYPE 1 HISTOR history. Whatever the commands I'm going to, we have to use it. The commands, I think it's exclamator or something. Exclamator, it will come out the session. I'll check that as part of our history. What it is showing, number 1 means control files query. If I can say 2 means database related query. Name of the database. If you want to run those, history 2 run database name, history 3 run log files. So similar way, if you have n number of queries, you can see it on history command and then make it as history space command name and then type it run. That's it. In that way, we are able to rerun the queries, whatever it is there on our history. But on SQL prompt, we have to enable the history. Then only we can able to use that. Okay, set history on is the parameter. Set history on. It should be done. Then only it will record all the history on your SQL prompt. This is one way. Without setting up this, we can enable the RPM and then we can monitor the up arrow and down arrow through that one. Okay, guys. Thank you.